Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to another Costa Women Hangout with me, Fiona Catchpole. And my special guest today, another Costa woman, as always, is Carolyn Jolley. Good afternoon, Carolyn.
Good afternoon, Fiona.
How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you? This
Yes,
lovely sunny day.
it's gone rather warm, hasn't it?
It has,
Where are
yes.
we on? Yeah, middle of June now, just gone the middle of June, and we're starting to feel the benefit of living in this glorious climate. Gone are the winds and the rains for the winter for another year.
Hopefully.
So tell me, whereabouts are you based today?
I'm in Capapino in my apartment, which is just in Marbella after
Yeah.
Calaponda.
You actually, I think, definition, you're just in Marbella because there's always been a bit, snobbery and a bone of contention about the Marbella stops and starts. And
Mm.
I think Carabino is from this end anyway, is just on that window, isn't it? Now,
Yes,
tell
it
me a little
is.
bit about got involved with Costa Women and the work that you do today.
Well, I've only been in Spain 3 months since the beginning of March, but I've had my apartment 11 years, and I've always had a little dream of coming out and teaching Pilates in my apartment on my terrace in the gardens here. So late last year, I said to my daughters, I've got three, I'm going to go back to Spain and follow my dream. And they went, okay, then, Mum. So I came here 3 months ago. I do know a few people because I've been here 11 years. And then somebody suggested I joined Costa Women. And it's just been so wonderful for me as a single woman. I came here by myself to meet such like-minded women who are really supportive, really friendly, and they have made the difference between being really lonely, I think, although I'm quite busy with the Pilates and I'm meeting people that way. But you also need some social life as well. And as a single woman, it's quite difficult sometimes to go out and have a social life. Although I do like walking along the beach and having a glass of wine or a coffee in the port. Um, but no, it's just been, as I said, wonderful to meet all these, and I'm still meeting lots of wonderful costume.
Well, there's nearly 3,000 of us, so you have a while before we run out.
Yes.
Now, it sounds like your girls were supportive, or is this the sort of normal crazy thing that you're prone to doing? So they're like, oh, there goes mum again.
I think a little bit. I think as I get older, I think they think. Um, I was thinking. I've been sort of practicing Pilates myself for about 10 years, and I've been saying to them for about 7 years that I would really like to become a Pilates instructor because I've always been interested in keeping not a fitness freak, but fit and healthy for your age. Um, and they just said, Mum, are you just going to talk about becoming a Pilates instructor until you die? Or are you actually going to do something about it? So I thought, right, I'll do something about it. And I trained with modern Pilates in England. And believe me, Fiona, my brain thought it had exploded. It was so different from what I did. And it's very you have to learn about all the anatomy of the body, the muscle groups, the skeletal system. It's quite challenging. There's weekend courses, there's theory, there's practice, more theory, exams. And I got there. I got there in the end. And I honestly think that my brain has actually become more active because your brain does get lazy in a way when you just do something the same thing, although you're still using your brain. So it was really good. It was really, really good.
They
So
do say, isn't it, that if you don't use it, you lose it. So keeping the brain cells going is a good way of doing it. Did you find, having learnt more in depthly about the Pilates, that you got more benefit as a student, let alone as a teacher?
oh, definitely, because you could then understand um, how your body works and how it moves and how your body reacts to quite gentle movement, but corrective movement. Unlearning learnt bad movement patterns. And as you just said, that's my mantra to people is you use it or you lose it.
That's coincidental.
Yeah, it is, especially as we age. And, you know, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about every decade is great for Pilates. Every decade. And then my passion, because I'm an older adult myself,
I think the terminology is a recycled teenager.
Oh, all right, good. Oh, I'll write that one down. Is I then did my level 3 qualification in the ageing population and neurological disorders. So, because we all age, and I get a lot of satisfaction from teaching older adults. Not to say that I love all the younger ones as well, but it gives me a real sort of high to think that, you know, women and men come in here and I meet people, they say, oh, I can't do this, my knee hurt, I've got a bad knee, I've got a bad shoulder, I'm too old, and I get that a lot, I'm too old. But in England, when I first qualified, I taught in a large physiotherapy practice, small groups of 8, and I used to do the classes and one-to-ones. So there was a lot thrown at me. I learned very quickly because I was asked to cover for a maternity leave, and I was just thrown in at the deep end. So it was a really steep learning curve for me, but did me no end of good. So I never preach Pilates. If people ask me, I will talk to them about it. And also, because I like teaching small groups, I don't personally want to do big gym classes, because I like to get to know people. I like to know, you know, what their injuries are, or sometimes disabilities. I've taught in care homes in England, chair-based. And then just for something else, I did a course on performance cyclists in London, which was great fun because it just gave me insight into people who are really, you know, sort of athletic cyclists and how the body works. So a complete change, but you need to keep up that, you know, because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. I just thought I'd have a change and see how the body works when it's put under extreme pressure.
Do you have any top tips for those of us that aren't particularly mobile and maybe ought to be? What would our first step be?
The first step is to think about your posture. Really think about that posture, because the back likes to slump. We spend a lot of time sat at laptops, sat in cars, sat on settees watching TV, sat in bars having a glass of wine.
Yes.
And the spine, as we get older, it loses its flexibility. And the more we bend forward, then the less likely we are, if we leave it too late, to then regain that posture.
I'm feeling myself. I'm doing the actions here, like, you know.
I can see you sitting up straight.
It's like when somebody says, you know, breathe in or something. You all do it. So tell me, how can we come along or have a taster session, or you're doing private sessions at home? Is that right?
Yes, I am. I always do a free taster session because some people don't get Pilates, and I don't want people to feel that they pay for something that they don't really know about. I've got my own mats, I've got small equipment, I've got towels, so you don't have to bring anything along. And I just have a little chat, people fill in a health questionnaire, because I always like to do that first. It's also for the men, because, you know, people think that Pilates is just for women, but it's not. It does help men as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're equal. We are equal.
Oh, allegedly.
Yeah,
Easy,
yeah,
easy,
yeah.
easy.
So,
Tell me a little bit about what draws you constantly to the Pilates, and what is it behind the ethos of it that maintains your interest and wants you to now teach it to people?
I think, like I said, because it's such um, a, a fitness discipline that spans all decades. Doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are, you will get benefit from it. You get improved posture, you get improved mobility and stability, flexibility. You get focus and concentration because you really have to focus on how your body is moving. With Pilates, it's all about the quality of the movement. We don't say no pain, no gain. I don't say push. It's all about allowing the body to flow. And I think when I see people, and after a few classes, they say, "Do you know, I feel so much better. I sit better. This little niggle's gone in my shoulder or my ankle. I'm feeling more upright." And and I think that's just what keeps me going at my age. I'm 64 in August.
Wow.
So I think I'm doing okay for my age.
Yes.
Because and so I suppose I am a good advert for my product, if you like. I am older, and I am quite flexible and mobile, but not.
Older and wiser.
Older and wiser, yes, yes. But I wouldn't go and jump around in a Zumba class. I wouldn't go to an aerobics class anymore. I've done all that, so I'm just respecting my body. And other people.
And what would be your top tips for moving to Spain? Is it you feel you didn't get quite right, that you'd say to the next person following in your footsteps, try and remember to do this before you come?
I think that you need a good network, and I think anybody that is coming to Spain at any age, that they should join Costa Women. I've also joined Costa Ladies, which is a much more, they're very much ladies that lunch and coffee. Again, a lovely group of people. Obviously, Costa Women is much more orientated towards businesses and networking, but also the Costa Ladies, I've met some lovely people there. Again,
we are very good at partying as well, though.
Yes,
I mean, I'll stand up for the Costa. We are good at partying, Costa.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, we've got the one coming up in July, so don't rule us out from a partying.
Oh no! I love a party. I love to dance. I would never give up dancing. So that's why I do Pilates, because I'd never give up dancing.
Yeah.
I would just say.
And how can the ladies get in contact with you if they want to come along and have one of your tasters or one of your sessions?
Well, I'm on Costa Women, obviously, so they can contact me through there. I do keep putting little events on, although at the moment I'm quite flexible because I know that all you Costa Women are very, very busy. So I'll do morning, afternoon, evening. I'll do 1 or 2. I can only get 4 in at the moment, but I'm hoping to increase that to 6. And I can do it in the gardens as well. And so just send me a message.
We will do. Well, we'll put your link to Costa Women underneath, and all the details will be there underneath the video. And of course, it'll go out in the newsletter as well, and telling us a little bit about you. So thank you ever so much for joining me this afternoon, and thank you for combating the technical difficulties. I need to go and rewrite the article. You've taught me something I think I didn't know, but all will be revealed in due course. So thanks a lot for joining me, Caroline, and we look forward to seeing you at the next Costa Women event.
Thank you very much, Fiona.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Bye.